time. It's always moving forward, never on our side, and we just can't get enough of it. And while we can't exactly wind it all back, there are ways that we can make the most of the time that we do have. I'm Steven from Toastamac, and for today's autism video, I'm going to share with you some reasons as to why some autistic individuals may struggle with time management, and then I'm going to share with you a system I found that can be used to improve time management. Right now, some of you are probably thinking, hold on, Steven, I thought autistic people in general seek structure in all things, that they do great with routines. Don't they? This is true in some cases. However, there are some notes we need to take into account. A, autism is a different experience for everybody. No two are exactly the same. So, time management, along with other executive functions, might come easily for some, but not so much for others. B, being good at sticking to routine often implies that the routine was set up in the first place. Sure, parents and teachers can set up routines for children while they're still in grade school, but at some point, we gotta figure this out for ourselves. And that usually involves breaking down all the information we have into smaller pieces and then trying to organize everything afterwards. Click the info card to learn more. And C, consider this. Even after everything is set up, there is still the potential to be easily distracted. Did that light just flicker? Even after everything is set up, there is still the potential to be easily distracted. Why is there a moth in here? There is still the potential to be easily distracted.
Hey, Steven, check this out. Woo!
Oh, now you show up! There is still the potential to be easily distracted. There, I said it. Whew. Routines don't mean anything if they're not followed. If we get distracted, especially if it's a special interest of ours, we can easily lose track of time. And before you know it, that precious time you needed to complete tasks will be gone just like that. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, I forgot that turns the lights off. With this in mind, how can we improve our time management? Well, I've been doing some research on the matter and found a very interesting system that was made all the way back in 1981 by George Duran, Arthur Miller, and James Cunningham, known as SMART goals. SMART in this case is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's start with specific first. Identify what it is exactly that you are trying to do. For this, you don't want goals that are too broad or too general. No. You need to narrow down what it is exactly that you are trying to do. Doing so will let you know where to get started and help you organize everything later on. Next up is measurable. There has to be some form of evidence that displays how much progress is being made and what needs to change if need be. Believe it or not, you've already seen examples of this already throughout your entire life. When you were told to do things like do the dishes, or clean up your room, or take the trash out, or when you have a classwork assignment, or homework assignment, or a pop quiz, or a test. The amount of progress being made is measurable by how much is done and how much is there left to do. Similar strategies can be applied to other activities as well to let you know how much you're doing, or if progress is not being made, what needs to change. Whenever the latter happens, you need to ask yourself questions like, what's going on right now? Why has progress slowed down or stopped? How can we get the ball rolling again? After that is attainable. Everyone, this part is very important. Be sure that the tasks you are setting up can be reasonably accomplished within a certain amount of time. Trust me, this is a problem that both children and adults deal with a lot, unfortunately. I've seen several situations where one person is trying to juggle a dozen things at one time. Their minds go in all sorts of directions as they try to accomplish every single thing at the same time. and in the end, have very little to show for it. So why is this the case? The concept of time is not restricted to the 24 hours in a single day, and making the most of your time doesn't mean you tackle every single thing at one time. That's just crazy! Instead, look at everything that needs to be done. Determine how long it will take to complete the tasks individually, and be sure to give yourself extra time just in case. But most of all, be sure to give yourself some free time, like a break or a lunch time, or just time to take a nap or relax. Something that will help you avoid hitting burnout before the job is even done. Now, me personally, I try to do no more than 3 tasks per day because that is attainable to me. Any other tasks? They can wait another day. I got more than 24 hours in one day. We got the rest of the week or a month if need be. So try it, and maybe you'll find that you can do more by doing less. Oh jeez, that sounds so corny. Did I seriously write that? From here, we move on to relevant. The tasks that you are doing should align with the overall goal you are trying to achieve. What do I mean by this? Before you do anything, any activity at all, ask yourself, how does this task work towards the goal I am trying to reach? Let's say you're listening to music while performing this task. Is it helping you stay focused? If so, then sure, you can still listen to it. Listen to it to your heart's content. But if the music in question proves to be too distracting, or if the task in question requires you to listen to other people, then you're gonna want to put that music away. Or perhaps, let's say there's this favorite streamer you like to see on Twitch, or there's a brand new video game that just came out. Hate to break it to you, really, I do. But if it's not gonna help you complete your task, then it's just a distraction. It can wait for another time. By determining what is relevant and what is not relevant, you can remove from the vicinity any element that could distract you from the task so you can stay focused on what needs to be finished. Last but certainly not least, we have time bound. This is where we really start to focus on the concept of time by setting deadlines for the goals we are trying to reach. Doing so will not only help schedule everything, prioritize, and plan ahead, this will also give you a sense of initiative and discipline, which in turn will help you get started on the task and stay on the task so as to not miss your deadlines. Common tools that are used for time management include calendars and multicolor sticky notes. Imagine the calendar as your blueprint, where you can jot down ideas, plan things out, or rearrange anything if need be. And the multicolor sticky notes, they can be used in more than one way too. Here's an example. Yellow sticky notes can signal activities that need to be done during the weekday. Blue sticky notes can identify tasks that need to be done on the weekend. Green sticky notes can be jobs that need to be accomplished within that month. And pink sticky notes can signal special events like birthdays, field trips, etc. Again, this is just an example. Yours could be a little different. In fact, there are other tools that can be used as well, such as to-do lists, personal agendas, alarms, getting more sleep at night. So experiment with all these tools. See what works for you. And there you have it. Some reasons as to why some autistic individuals might have trouble with time management, and an introduction to SMART goals on how to improve time management. I hope you find this helpful. I certainly did. But what do you think? Do you agree or disagree? Do you have another question you'd like to ask? Or maybe you want to share your own examples or experience? Let us know in the comments section below. And on that note, it's time to end the video. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you enjoy what you see, consider like, commenting, and subscribing to Toastamac to stay up to date in our latest videos. Also, check out our secondary YouTube channel we just made, Toastamac Streams, where you can catch some of our special live streams that originally aired on Twitch. Check it out. And until the next video, see you later. Yeah, I actually meant to do it that time.